Hello, hello, hello. Let me go take care of one more thing. We'll wait for some more other people to get on. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I'm gonna be running blind. I'm not gonna be focused on chat, so okay, so this morning I'm going to review the Smith pattern and kit. I no longer have all the items in my kit because I gave them away, but you can go to my blog at myquiltprojects.wordpress.com, and I give the spiel, the whole spiel. I'm probably going to forget some of the things that I mentioned in the spiel, but anyway, this is about the Smith pattern. I was kind of wanting to make this for one of my tablets, and then my streaming cords and what have you. I could keep it all in one place. This is not going to work out for that. So originally this came in a box. I had 2 pieces of 12 by width of fabric on the faux leather, and it come in, I got the kit that was the tans or the neutrals. So it came in the dark, and then it came with the light. And the first thing that I thought was odd about this was when they sent this piece, they sent it in 2 pieces. So I had a piece that was, again, 12 by width of fabric, and then I had another piece that was maybe about that long. So I think it was about 7 or 8 inches by width of fabric. And I panicked because I had already cut out my big piece for the outside, which I think this was actually supposed to be for the inside, but that's okay. And I was like, okay, so whenever you do a Sallie tomato pattern, they give you the layout. I'm going to fold this up so you can't see the directions. But they give you the layout. So here was one of my pieces, and then my other large piece was these pieces. And then this piece was completely separate. And in reflection, I now realize this was cut like that so it would fit in the box, maybe for cheaper shipping. I don't know. Anyway, so I originally found this out on her YouTube channel, which I follow, Jess, on Sallie Tomato. And if you go back, and I did not link the video, if you go back and watch the video, and I did this again this morning, all excited because she announces a sew-along for this Smith pattern and kit. She links in the description to get your kit. She says she's so excited because this also includes embroidery, where you can embroider on this. Hindsight's 2020. So when I purchased it, I got it at the beginning, which I got a great deal on this. It was $43 for the kit. It included all of the, I'm going to call it Naga hide, but it's the Sallie Tomato brand, which I noticed normally her Sallie Tomato stuff has her logo on it. But I guess she may have opted not to put that on this. So it came with elastic, which I sewed on the wrong way because I wasn't paying attention. It came with the zipper. It also came with the zipper pull, and then there's like this charm thing that I hooked on here that I ended up tossing because if you have anything put in this, because of the bulk of this, I now wish I would have put my zipper on this side, because the bulk of this and the bulk of this it doesn't fold up evenly, and you have to play with it. Whatever. Okay. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. But as you can see, this is like really, really floppy. I ordered this, didn't read any fine print. Now 2 weeks has lapsed, and I'm like, where is my kid? And he's like, I don't know. You want me to email him? And I'm like, no, well, I'll give it a chance. And then I went back to the website and I read the fine print. The kit did not ship until after Thanksgiving, and originally I had purchased this to sew for my Thanksgiving sew. Okay, so I can't do it when I want to do it. That's fine. It'll get done. That's fine. Then the kit arrives, and I go through the kit that day, and I'm like, there's no pattern. So I bought this kit, and normally when you buy a kit from Sallie Tomato, it comes with the pattern. This kit did not come with the pattern. So then I go back and I read the fine print again, and it tells me the pattern is not included in the kit. So I just spent $43, and basically one piece of foam is in this, which again, if you go to my blog, they gave you a 12-inch or 13-inch piece. I don't remember how big it was with the fabric. So it was like 40 or 50 inches long. So I had only used maybe this much of it. So I had extra of that. They gave me a whole package of stabilizer and like 5 or 6 spools of thread, which I don't have an embroidery machine that I can embroider on for this. I do have an embroidery machine, but it is so antiquated that I can't put files on it. That's just how it is. So whatever I've got as software is what I've got. I'm really disappointed in the cost of this, but if you go on the website, the cost of this is actually now around $70. Folks, this is not worth $70. So after I got it sewn, I'm pretty happy with it. There was a couple spots, for whatever reason, I used my sewing machine, the same sewing machine for all of this except for the very, very end of it where I was having to go through several layers. Something on this stretched, and I know that I don't have the zipper on right down here, but this is like really, really mondo stretched. I don't know if that's a defect. I know I did do a purse, and I did buy the faux leather from her, and the handle, I cut a great big long piece of handle that was like the whole width of fabric, sewed it per the instructions, and then cannot carry my purse by the handle because as you carry it, it stretches. And I think that this is just like regular fabric. It stretches. It has a, oh, this is the weft or the warp where there's no, this is weft, so there's no stretch in it. And then this stretches. So for whatever reason, this stretched along the portion that's not supposed to stretch. So I kind of question the quality of this. And then here, this stretched funny here. And I did not sew down the middle of the pocket here. That's fine. Kind of glad I didn't waste any more thread. So, as you can see, that if I were to go put a book in this, it might be okay. And I have done that. For kicks, this is about 5 sheets of paper. If you have a spiral binding or what have you, yeah, it's going to interfere with how this closes up. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. Originally, when I got the kit, it came with the propaganda. So Sallie Tomato has on this major propaganda campaign for herself. So basically, anytime you buy something from her, you would get one of these last year. And I'm going to show this because this has all been done and over with. It was like, I don't know how much it costs to print out each individual ticket with a number, and it's garbage, and I paid for it, and I'm sad, and I'm passing this on to you because I'm a little bit peeved at how this was handled. So because this didn't come with the pattern, I'm like, well, crap, I'll just go to the website and buy it. Well, it's not available on the website, and I think they are controlling that because they are having a New Year's Eve sew for this, where you go here, sewingonline.sulky.com offers, I don't know what that means, checkout. And basically you register, and by registering it costs you $14.99, and then you get the pattern. So I had to go register for this, and mind you, normally Sallie tomato patterns are $9.99, and this was $14.99. The $14.99, I understand Sulky is getting a portion of that because they are providing the embroidery files for embroidering on this, which I did not do. So I had to pay $14.99 for the pattern, and of course I don't have an actual hard copy of the pattern. I had to print it off myself, which I'm not going to complain about that. But I was afraid that if I didn't purchase the pattern, it would never be available, so then I would have wasted my $43. So $43 and $15 is a lot of money for something that I'm going to end up giving this to my daughter. She's a child. She can put her crayons in it. I told her yesterday she could draw all over this if she wanted to. She can put her notebook paper in here. I'm really disappointed in all of this. Let me see. Do y'all have any questions? Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if I forgot anything. Yeah, my leftovers on this was just atrocious. Let me try and bring up chat. Sorry. Don't want dead air. Sorry. Well, that failed. Hang on a second. Good morning, Janine. Okay. I was going to be kind of short and sweet about this. Their propaganda again is something else. I don't know how many of you watched a bunch of the opening that Holly Schmidt did for the Christmas stuff, and she had gotten the Sallie Tomato, I guess, advent box. I don't know what else to call it. And gosh, a lot of the stuff in there was, if I would have spent that kind of money, I would have been so disappointed, because a lot, like the very, very final thing they opened was a puzzle of the Sallie Tomato marketing stuff. I like her patterns. Her patterns are very well written. And I will say the one thing in this pattern I did not like, let me find it. Yeah. Her patterns are written pretty well. I'm not really so much complaining about the pattern. I'm kind of complaining about the process of getting the pattern and about how I felt like I was duped. This is the early bird video. Oops.
Want to sew along with me and Sulky of America on New Year's Eve? I'd like to invite you to a virtual New Year's Eve party hosted by Sallie Tomato and Sulky. Sew along with us and friends around the world as we count down to New Year. During this live virtual event, we'll create a new exclusive project from start to finish, where you'll learn tips for embroidery, deco stitches, and sewing with zippers and faux leather. Also, throughout the night, you'll have the chance to win some amazing door prizes. The theme of this year's event will be travel. The project, embroidery, and virtual event will all follow the theme. The project that we'll be making, I designed with beginners in mind. It's a brand new pattern named Smith.
Thank you, Janine. I just read your comment. Janine said, sorry about your experience with this project. I'm not a bag maker, so I don't relate to this one, but I get the disappointment. Yeah, you spend that kind of money. Yeah, I'm really disappointed. This is way too flimsy to put something. I actually bought it for this one, and it is this one's too big for it. It fits in there, but then when I fold it up,
the number one all-in-one platform for growing your business.
when I put this in there, I'm afraid that this zipper is gonna actually scratch it. So, and because of the bulkiness of this, when it folds up, it doesn't want to fold. You have to play with it, and it doesn't fold straight because that zipper's right there. Now the bulk's here and here, and it's kind of more even. I don't know. I'm really disappointed in it. It's just way too flimsy. It's great. It would be great for a notebook or whatever, but not for an electronic device. I appreciate everyone who showed up. This is kind of, I'm not going to say it's a rant. I'm not running her down, but again, I paid a lot of money for this, and I have cork, and I thought, well, maybe I should make this again in cork. Maybe it'll be stiffer in cork. It's not. It's too big to have any kind of stabilization. It's too big. And so it's going to flip-flop no matter what I make it out of. They're plain and simple. I do have a hide of leather, which would make this really great. I would probably not put a zipper in it. I would probably just skip the pocket here altogether. Maybe put stabilizer down in there. I have leather. I could do this in leather, but I would have to hand sew it, and I'm not really wanting to do that. So anyway, bit disappointed. I assume that once she sees the tag that I tagged her in Instagram, and she sees that I've put a video out, that maybe she's going to comment. But originally, I didn't read the fine print, and whenever I ordered the kit, got it, didn't come with the pattern, I inquired, hey, this didn't come with the pattern. No, your pattern, you'll have to go through the link to get the pattern. And I was afraid that if I didn't get the pattern and pay $14.99 for it, that it would not be available for $10 later, that it just would go away. And so in essence, it might have been cheaper for me to just say it's a wash, not get the pattern, and just sit on it, because this is all not usable for this. I mean, I could have made a wallet. I could have made so much with this, and maybe that's an option. Maybe I have a couple big pieces left. I can still do that, but this just was not worth it to me, and I'm pretty disappointed. Yeah. And incidentally, the Holly Schmidt videos, I just love those videos because she goes to the expense of ordering all of those subscription boxes, and then she lets us be the judge of them. And I guess I'm a harsh judge. I've been quilting a long time, and so my experience is at a higher level than some of the stuff that they send you. I kind of get tired of the laziness in some of the notions. They send snips all the time. They send thread. They send chocolates, and I just kind of think it's laziness. This was very, very organized, very, very propagandized for the company, and yeah. Anyway, I got on here to rant. I guess I'm done. Will I buy anything else? The one thing I will say I do like about Sallie Tomato is her zippers and hardware. This zipper, phenomenal. I love her hardware. So, am I going to buy any more of her patterns? I need to go get my purse because I did sew a purse. Hang on just a second. I did the barber bag. Let's see if I can get this. It closes up. I've got my purse way too full. It's got a magnetic closure. Again, the naga hide to carry this by is just too flimsy. And then I made a great big strap for it. And it just, look at how bad it stretches. So if I have any weight in this whatsoever, I cannot carry it. Hi, Sherlock Sews. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. And I think that if this would have been cut with the selvage, that this wouldn't stretch. And so the layout of whoever's laying out the patterns for this as well doesn't know the difference between, we all know that with the selvage there's no stretch, and against the grain or against the selvage, perpendicular to the selvage, is where the stretch is. And unfortunately, that's basic sewing. I've been sewing for years, so yeah, so that's my spiel. I'm gonna hop off here because I know Pat Sloan's on and I like watching her. I don't know if y'all do, but I enjoy watching her. So I'm gonna get off here. I've got actually the link down below for, you can go in and read more about the Smith pattern, or the Smith kit, sorry. And you can actually read the verbiage and the fine print. She's went in and since changed it. I don't know if she got lots of emails and lots of questions, but she's went in since and changed it to where it clearly states you have to go to the sulky link to order your pattern. It wasn't like that before. So, little bummed that I didn't get the pattern with it. I guess I'm not bummed. I'm a little peeved because I feel like I was duped or tricked into spending extra money that didn't need to be spent. And I will be really mad, and I know this is probably going to happen. She's probably going to, after the New Year's sew, she will probably release this pattern on her website for $9.99. And then I would have wasted $5 for the sulky sew, and then all the threads that I got, the stabilizer that was sent that I didn't use. And now she actually offers two options. She offers this with all that, and then that without the stabilizer and the threads. So you can buy it both ways. One is significantly more cheaper than the other, but still, I feel so duped. Thank you all for joining me. For those of you who are watching the replay, leave your comments below. You can say whatever you want. If you are mad at me for doing this, you go ahead and you give me a thumbs down. You go ahead and give me your opinion. I want to hear it. I hope that I've got some people chiming in. The original Sallie Tomato video that advertised this had 1.7K views. Thank you, Janine. You too. I hope everyone has a great day. The original pattern, and where she was showing this kit, 1.7K views. So the potential of her selling 1,000 of these was very high. I'm hoping somebody chimes in and says, yeah, I had the same problem. Yes, thank you, Sherlock Sews. Yes, rewatch. I'm not trying to be ugly or bad. I'm just giving the gist. This actual sew along for this is New Year's Eve. I don't want to spoil anyone's sewing of this. This actually, as a beginner sewing project, was pretty good. If you have all that you need, this sewing project was a pretty easy sew. There was no complicated thing about it. So, that I'll give him a thumbs up, but I'm giving him 2 thumbs down for how this all was handled, the propaganda and how I was duped. Thanks for watching.